fix the pain created by apartheid and should start anew.
Will we see white Afrikaner pastors like yourself getting down into the trenches with the oppressed?
I think so, yes.
Unless the Christians in this country will become a caring people, the church will become irrelevant. The church will be of no meaning in this country whatsoever.
Then there is Nico Smith. He is in the trenches. Smith, a pastor in the Dutch Reformed Church, broke with his church out of disgust with both its own policies and the larger racism of his government. He gave up his grand suburban home and wealthy parish and moved into the black township of Mamelodi, where he preaches to an all-black church. There are a few Nico Smiths in South Africa.
Or others will say, oh, but the Mamelodi is such a dangerous place. I can never go there as a white person.
What did your friends and family think of this move?
My family really thought that I brought shame onto the family and that I've become a communist. My friends, even they gave me the impression it's too radical. And since we're living here, I must say that we see very little, well, actually, nobody of our family and friends coming to visit us.
Smith despairs for his fellow Afrikaners. It is near impossible for them, he says, to see black Africans as people, as human.
Although we are here for 3 centuries already, the white people do not know the African people. They claim to know them, but they do not know them. They know them as slaves, as people, inferior people, just as people who have to fulfill certain functions. And that concept, I personally believe, after almost 40 years, has really penetrated the minds of the whites to such an extent that they just accept blacks do not belong to our society.
The Dutch Reformed Church now says that apartheid is an evil, it rejects apartheid. Can we take that as gospel? Can we believe what the church says?
I wish it was true. I wish I could say it, but it isn't true. For instance, the church decided that racism is a sin, but they didn't dare to say, therefore, the Group Areas Act is a sin, because the Group Areas Act is nothing less than racism.
No, that would be completely wrong for the church to do it, because we do not have any biblical ground for that.
But there's plenty of moral ground for it.
I beg your pardon?
You mean the Bible must speak to everything, literally? I dare say that a better scholar than I could probably find good justification for integration in the Bible. Yeah?
Well, if that is true, then it is not the task of the church to make that part and parcel of its proclaiming the gospel.
To think that they can still believe that there are some aspects of apartheid which are justifiable is just unbelievable.
Is it possible that there will be peaceful change in this country?
My human rationality tells me that it isn't possible. We have waited too long. I believe that this country will have to go through a very severe catharsis. It's painful to say it, but, you know, to purify the minds of the people of the indoctrination of so many years, concepts of racism, real hard racism.
If you can't even make this little change of allowing a black man into your church and reconcile yourselves, how on earth can you be taken seriously in reconciling many more important issues within this country?
Well, I think that is our problem. Exactly. At the same time, I would like to tell you, in all honesty, I personally don't think that we have a political solution for our problems in South Africa, unless that is based on a complete change of heart.
Let's take a little ride in a road car from Mazda. I think you're going to be surprised. It's got all the right hardware. No surprise there. Electronic fuel injection, overhead cam engine, four-wheel independent suspension. It even has the best warranty in its class. Guess what? It's the Mazda 323, a road car that also happens to be today's best value in a small family sedan. I like surprises like this.
You should have seen this Whirlpool cooktop a little while ago. My husband made chili all over. But with this smooth ceramic surface, it was so easy to clean. Heck, the way my Whirlpool appliances clean up, I feel just like June Cleaver.
How long does a John Deere last?
How long does a John Deere last? How long does a John Deere last? Well, that's a good question.
You're ready to sell your house? Call Coldwell Banker. We don't just tell you we'll do everything we can to find you a buyer. We guarantee we'll use 18 proven marketing techniques to sell your home. We guarantee it in writing. And we wouldn't give you that guarantee if we weren't confident of one thing. Coldwell Banker. Expect the best. We guarantee it. A member of the Sears Financial Network.
This is an historic moment. Commander Willis is about to end her mission to Saturn. She's been in hypersleep for 28 years.
There's another call for you, Commander.
Welcome back, Commander. Mike Johnson, New York Life. I thought you might want to discuss those financial plans.
So all those plans you put in place 28 years ago.
Get the most out of life with New York Life.
Having trouble figuring out which candidates stand where about what? Andy thinks there's only one way to pin them down.
It might be a good idea to give each one of the candidates a yes or no test. They should take it on television, right here in front of all of us, so we can see what their answers are. Only take a couple of minutes, and when they finished, we'd know a lot more about the candidates than we do now after listening to them for the past few months.
Well, Mike, that's the whole point. America's got to have a policy that's consistent. Jack keeps talking about that.
I didn't take it personally.
Almost ready to vote for you after I read that.
I think a lot of people will.
But
where are you going to raise
taxes? You've never been there.
It took money from the poor and gave the rich, reverse Robin Hood.
I have a little long-range vision. I'm a person who sees down the road, and
I'll try to explain it to you afterwards, when you get a little more time.
Yes finished, or no? Al? You finished?
Yes or no? Yes or no?
Was it fair? Are you finished?
Are you going to answer?
Here's the test for the candidates, then. 10 questions. You can take it yourself in your own living room if you want to. First question. I'd raise taxes to balance the budget. Yes or no? We should build more nuclear energy plants. A woman has the right to an abortion. Yes or no? I'd increase tariffs on Japanese goods. I trust the Russians more than I used to. Yes or no? The United States should cut military spending. Time should be set aside for prayer in schools. Yes or no? Welfare should be increased. Yes or no? I was for the Equal Rights Amendment. Yes or no? I am often late. Yes or no? Those are the 10 questions the candidates would have to answer. That's it. No hedging, no hemming and hawing, no saying, I think I've already answered that question. When I was in school, I liked the yes and no tests best because I had at least a 50% chance of being right. I'd hate to answer these 10 questions where all of you could watch. That's the good thing about not running for the presidency. I don't have to answer them.
About last week's story on the unsolved murder in New Haven and the suggestion by some people in that city that the mayor might have been a party to a cover-up, a former New Haven policeman wrote, "The mayor is a person who would neither request nor condone any sort of cover-up. You owe him an apology." Another viewer said of the fact that it took the police in that unsolved murder case years to recognize that they had the wrong man, that alone is a good reason to abolish the death penalty. But most of the mail was about our story on the traffic cop who became a call girl and is now serving 3 years in prison for pandering. One letter said, "I am an ex-prostitute who worked in Paris and sometimes plied my trade at the exclusive Bohemian Grove Club. so I was never harassed by the police like Norma Jean was. A few years ago, we did a story about a remarkable Marine corporal serving 30 years at hard labor for rape, who, although he couldn't convince his superiors that he was innocent, never lost his pride in being a Marine.
The whole thing's like a nightmare. But being in the military, I believe in the military system. I believe in the Marine Corps. I was a good Marine then. I'm still a good Marine. I feel that the military justice system will work this out. That I will be exonerated through the system. I have faith in it.
Well, 2 weeks ago, the criminal justice system worked, just the way Corporal Lindsay Scott said it would. After a new trial, he was found to be innocent of all charges. I'm Harry Reasoner. We'll be back next week with another edition of 60 Minutes.
I don't know where to start telling you about Mazda trucks. They've been rated first in customer satisfaction 2 years in a row. They got the best warranty in the truck business. It covers you bumper to bumper. This sporty new SE5 comes with everything you're looking at, and it's still priced like Toyota and Nissan's base trucks. So I don't know where you start. I guess it doesn't make any difference. You wind up here.
This is the Mazda way.
What the hell?
Yeah. Get the brakes done?
Uh-huh.
You Midas-sized them?
I didn't think it mattered.
Didn't matter? Halfway up the Himalayas and it didn't matter?
Midas-size your brakes and get it right the first time.
A 20-minute call, coast to coast on AT&T long distance, is only $284 on weekends. Someone is closer than you think.
Petrino, the news spread throughout the raisin business.
More raisins?
Now Kellogg's puts 2 bigger scoops in Kellogg's Raisin Bran for even more raisins.
More raisins?
Raisin brokers, raisin shippers, and raisin raisers work furiously to meet the Kellogg's demand.
More raisins?
It's been tough on some of us.
More raisins.
But it's been worth it, because now 2 scoops in Kellogg's Raisin Bran means even more raisins than ever before.
More raisins.
Men. Ah, my favorite subject. Men. You too?
Women!
Kate and Allie.
I'm in love.
Followed by
I've had it with this man.
How would you like to be
my gal? Designing Women.
This is really exciting.
It's a visit from Eileen Brennan.
The smoke will irritate me.
But I'll get cranky.
Newhart and
What?
Whoa.
Really? You bet. The man is a giant.
Thank you. It all starts Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
That's what you get for coming to East. Get where you belong. Get where you belong and stop that, okay? Now, you know better than that. How are you, Sproul? Fine. Hang on. Get where you belong. Let's go. Congratulations. Okay. I'll announce this over the intercom.
Later tonight, get ready for 3 comedy legends in one motion picture. It's Milton Berle, Sid Caesar, and Danny Thomas together for the first time, side by side. But first, an executive power play has Jessica facing a boardroom full of suspects on Murder, She Wrote, next.
I still haven't gotten
it. Jesus.
For a printed transcript of this or any edition of 60 Minutes, send $3 to 60 Minutes Transcripts, 267 Broadway, New York, New York, 10007.
This is CBS.
What is the price of a car with more Le Mans victories than any other car in history? A car which for 40 years has pioneered engineering breakthroughs. A car whose very name has become synonymous with performance. What is the price? Well, if you have to ask the price, you may now be able to afford one.
Come in now for special prices on many 4-cylinder Porsches.
Oh, g'day.
I'm a bit of an expert on Melbourne. That's Melbourne, not Melbourne. It's just full of tourist attractions. Look, they're everywhere.
G'day.
You see, Melbourne's the friendliest place in Australia. And we'll even bring you here ourselves, because Qantas, the airline that knows Australia best, flies here every day. So America, if you want to drop in, call this number. After all, G'day begins in Melbourne.
The sniper who went berserk at Sunday Mass. Details at 10.
Introducing the all-new Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Four-wheel disc brakes, a multi-port fuel-injected V6 engine, four-wheel independent suspension, an aerodynamic styling even the wind can't resist. In short, the new Cutlass Supreme is not your father's Oldsmobile.
Over 17 million people now use a new kind of credit card, the Discover Card. It has no annual fee and pays you a yearly cashback bonus. Why pay for a credit card when this one pays you?
The Discover Card.
Great news for your microwave.
For me?
Armour Dinner Classics' new micro-ready indicator tells you when dinner's ready and delicious.
Great idea.
Armour Dinner Classics. It tastes great out of your microwave.
Now you're cooking.
The guys around the office think I bought a Buick Regal because it's so beautifully designed and so comfortable. And they're right. But they also think I got a raise because in their eternal wisdom, they think this Regal cost $2,000 or $3,000 more than it did. If that's what you think, go see your Buick dealer. You'll find Regal is priced with T-Bird and Cougar, even less. But don't tell the guys around the office.
The great American love belongs to Buick.
This is Bengay. It's relieved minor arthritis pain for nearly a century. This is Aspikrine. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission ruled it didn't prove it relieves arthritis pain at all. Bengay, real relief from minor arthritis pain.
Is there a problem?
The fridge is out.
Well, I can get you where you're going.
Stetson Cologne. Easy to wear, hard to resist.
You're letting that great-smelling guy get away? Are you kidding? When Whirlpool asked me to talk about their customer commitment, I said, what am I going to say? And they said, now we've added a full-year replacement guarantee. When you buy any Whirlpool appliance, you'll be satisfied with its quality and performance, or we'll make it right, or we'll replace it free. I said, Whirlpool guarantees replacement free for a year? They said yes. I said, roll those cameras. I do have something to say. Men are my favorite subject. Men. You too? Women.
It's Kate and Allie,
I'm in love. If Emma wants to date a killer yuppie, that's her business.
followed by
I've had it with this man.
How would you like to be my gal?
Designing Women. Monday after Kate and Allie, right here on CBS.
When Dick and Jenny retired, they started making new friends.
Ed baked this pie.
You retired and became a woman.
Coming of Age premieres Tuesday, March 15th.
By shooting drugs, mothers can give AIDS to their unborn babies without even knowing it. 75% of all children with AIDS got it from drug-abusing parents.